Miren esto, esa muchachita está escondida, la policía la está buscando, mírenla ahí en vivo, miren a Iris, por favor, ella necesita el apoyo de nosotros, madre de dos niños, la policía la está buscando en Ciudad Ávila, por solamente estar la voz, aquí está Iris, está en vivo, coño, con nosotros, Iris, aquí estamos contigo, tú no estás sola. Yo quiero que tú sientas el amor de tu hermano y que sepas que todos estamos contigo, coño.
Se lo tumbaron, claro, pobrecita.
Lo tumbaron a él.
¡Tienen que resistir!
Felicia tiene un mensaje para ti.
Tienen que resistir, es la única manera, Aquí estamos haciendo todo lo que podemos,
Señores,
todo.
compartan, tenemos a Iris desde Cuba, esta cubana que está aquí, la policía le está buscando su Nosotros también.
¡Patria y vida!
Acá está el micrófono disponible, todo aquel que quiera dar un testimonio o un mensaje, el micrófono está disponible. Vamos a pasar adentro del parking lot.
Míralo, míralo para acá, Bosco. Míralo, míralo para acá. Míralo.
Estamos, hermanos, tratando de dar una visión de que aquí también, en este es gratificante ver esto, así como este pueblo norteamericano nos apoya en nuestros justos reclamos de libertad. Thank you. Oh yeah, thank you. Pienso que este sea el golpe definitivo a la dictadura, porque aquello es un árbol que no tiene raíces.
Tienes que decirlo en español para que la gente lo vea en Facebook.
Sí, pero hermano, dímelo, aquí tenemos al médico, el médico.
Tienes que decir ahí cómo es. La Canel cingado para que
Seguro que Díaz Canel es un cingado.
tiene esa pinta sin dormir del domingo, aquella mierda.
Médico, y entonces, ¿todo bien? Y Díaz Canel cingado. De puta, lo
Ahora sí han dicho mentiras, ¿verdad?
No, la están poniendo.
Han dicho mentiras, pero ahora
Ahora la mentira es con plomo.
Ahora sí han dicho mentiras.
Ahora sí. Vamos a ver. Esperemos que despierte el pueblo de Bane. Esperemos que el pueblo de Bane. Sí.
¿Y?
Hace falta que despierte el pueblo de Bane. Por acá estamos, hermano. Sé que por allá por Miami está el Palmetto, está aquello bien fuerte. Ahora se está exigiendo internet. El gobierno de los Estados Unidos acceda al internet al pueblo de Cuba. Le provea acceso. ¡Patiña!
Let's go. I got water bottles I can bring over here. We're gonna go home. I'm over here with water bottles. Let's go home.
Ya estamos, hermano. Con un mismo pedido, un mismo corazón. Ya basta de pedir de rodillas lo que de pie nos corresponde. Nada de ponernos de rodillas. Seguro.
Freedom for Cuba! No me cuque.
¡Asesino! ¡Asesino!
Cuéntate, Capitolio, prima adentro.
¡Abajo! ¡Asesino! Freedom Cuba! Freedom Cuba! Freedom Cuba! Freedom for Cuba! Freedom for Cuba! Freedom for Cuba! Freedom for Cuba!
Freedom for Cuba! Freedom for Cuba! Freedom for Cuba! Freedom for Cuba! Freedom for Cuba!
¡Patria y vida! ¡Patria y vida!
¡Abajo! 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 ¡Viva! ¡Asesino!
Some kids are killing themselves because they don't want to do it.
Wow.
They don't want to fight. They don't want to hit their own people.
Now, there's people in the mainstream media that are making this mainly.
Yeah, they lying. The media in Cuba is lying. They making the war thing that is the opposite, but it's not. It's a civil war going over there right now.
And they're bringing thugs from Venezuela with clubs.
Yeah, that's another thing. That's saying we can interfere in Cuban problems, but the reality is, the honesty, Venezuela is already over there.
Looks like there's an interview going on here. They're bringing some attention to it. You've got about 2,600 people watching this stream right now. What would you say to Americans who are confused about what the Cuban protesters are protesting?
That's why we're here. We are here because we know America doesn't know about what is really going on with our people. Because most of them, when they see Cuba, everybody think about cigars, rum, and music. Nobody knows what is really going on after our people. And America needs to know that 90 miles from United States is a genocide going on right now. That they are killing Cubans right now, 90 miles from here, and that this administration have the power to stop the genocide right now, and they are not doing nothing. They're just talking and talking and talking, and every second count. Our people is dying.
Why do you think this administration is talking and maybe not taking the actions you want to see taken?
I can give you my personal opinion, but honestly, I think nobody's going to get involved because like they say, Russia has spoken already and said that they don't allow anybody to interfere in the Cuban situation. But we know that Venezuelans are already over there because our people is telling us that Venezuelans are here. So it's another country right now interfering in what is going on in Cuba. If we know that, from here, they must know it too.
It's abusing, man. They abusing our people. We don't got no weapons. And the president of Cuba says, we're ready to fight against you. We're going to shoot at you. We're going to kill you. That's what the president said, the president of Cuba.
And after
we don't got any weapons. Everybody out there in the street with no weapons, and they shooting us. They killing us.
If you don't want to stop the genocide, at least turn on the internet. Give us the free internet so everybody can see what's going on.
Yeah.
So we can see what's happening.
Yeah, because we don't have any communications, They shut up the communication, they shut up the internet so nobody can see what they are really doing inside there, So we need at least the internet so our people can upload every single video that is what is going on over there.
Can you guys
see live what's going on? We have to see live what's going on. The other provincials in Cuba have to see what's going on. This was spontaneous, and we just can't stop it. That's not what this country was founded on.
Cuba, nothing is like a private. Everything is from the government. So they are killing people, and after that they're going into the TV and saying nothing is going on. All those videos are not from here, are from another countries. It's not from this country, it's another country. They are lying out people. Everything is peaceful now. There were such confused people. Everything is peaceful.
Everything's about power. It's not. We want freedom. People in Cuba want freedom.
So you guys are fighting communism. And
communism. For 62 years we've been communists. And people tired of that. People are hungry, got no food. The ceilings fell off on people's head. It's a disaster.
You can't even go
communists don't work.
You're not allowed to go fishing?
You're not allowed to have boats. Only state-run boats.
Cuba is a nonsense. It's a nonsense. What's going on is a nonsense.
Can you tell us more about the communism? What does it restrict?
If you are a farmer and you have your own cows, let's say your own cows, you cannot kill your own cows. You cannot eat them. You cannot sell them. You have to wait for the government to come and get it.
We need a solution. We need a solution. Cual sea, una solución.
We need a solution.
We want to fight for our country. We don't want to bring them over here. No.
We want to go over there and help them.
They are not fighting for food. They are not fighting for education. They are not fighting for the COVID. They are fighting because the government, who we don't choose, is killing the people, the kids, the men, the women, in front of the kids. Look the videos in the internet.
America, check the videos on YouTube.
Yes,
check the videos on YouTube. You know,
and it's not only for Cuba, because in Nicaragua it's on dictator too. Venezuela it's on dictator too. And everyone knows that. We need to stop the dictator person.
And Cuba is the head of the communism. Cuba is the head of the communism.
SOS Cuba, you're gonna see all the videos over there. Hashtag.
El yugo de la revolución castrista, porque no son comunistas, son castristas. Es un yugo dictador que no quiere salir del poder.
Gracias. So they're demanding freedom.
Cuando ustedes han visto un presidente más de 4 horas ahora mismo, COS para
We're tired, okay? We're tired.
This man right here is not
That's Che Guevara, right?
revolutionary. Revolution means COVID vaccines, lack of food. You know, in particular, the pandemic has impacted the Cuban economy strongly. I have no clue what the officer just said. I think they're supposed to be guiding the crowd in Spanish. Excuse me. Did you just say something? I just want to be sure I understood. Did you try to speak Spanish? Off the street? Okay, yeah. I just wanted to be sure because I thought I heard you speak Spanish, but it's not your first language, right? Okay, sounds good. Thanks. So I'll ask some folks, but this does seem to be focused on freedom for Cuba. They're asking for an end to the dictatorship and the current regime in Cuba. And some of the reasons I know from research and from having lived in Cuba is a lack of access to basic resources.
Freedom for Cuba! 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 Freedom for Cuba!
¡Abajo el comunismo! ¡Abajo la dictadura!
They're chanting down with communism, down with the dictatorship. Down with hunger in Cuba is what they're chanting at the moment.
La libertad de Cuba no es negociable. Queremos libertad, no negocio. Queremos libertad.
Expresar sus sentimientos puede venir y decirlo, señor.
Whoever wants to express their sentiment can come up here and speak. Don't let it just be one person who is speaking. I'll be translating.
Ni tampoco arenga. oí una frase.
I heard a phrase from Danny Sanchez that he said that there was so much hunger in Cuba that we were eating hunger. There's still a lot of fear. But what we're saying, down with communism, and you got to say it with your heart and with action. I don't believe that when they're throwing rocks. I'm not going to throw flowers when they're throwing flowers. I'm not going to throw flowers when they're throwing rocks at me. I love my country. I love Cuba. Everybody that's here loves Cuba. I am ready. Here, I feel with my hands tied. Over there is where it counts. Down with communism, one and a million other times. Now they're chanting that they want intervention. They don't want Cuba with communism. They want a free Cuba, free of dictatorship. Just translating.
Freedom for Cuba! 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 Porque yo tengo 42 años y yo viví toda mi infancia, toda mi necesidad sin tener necesidad de eso. Estoy siendo el sobrino nieto del poeta nacional de Nicolás Guillén, bajo el yugo de los castristas. Yo no estaba de acuerdo a ese sistema, no voy a estar de acuerdo nunca. Nunca pagué los 3 pesos del CDR. A que me tengan atado de pie de mano y de pensamiento, porque muchas veces venimos para aquí, seguimos atados de pensamiento. Somos libres y la libertad se sienta aquí. No se no se dialoga. Patria y vida, 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 patria y
Hey guys, so welcome back to Hiram Live Unbiased Journalism here in Austin, Texas. We're currently in a protest demanding freedom for Cuba. And if you don't know, just recently, thousands of Cubans took to the streets to demand freedom, to chant against the communist regime, asking for proper vaccination, for proper resources like food and water. If you don't know, Cuba is one of the few remaining standing communist governments still under the embargo with the U.S. There's a lot of politics involved in this, but what it boils down to and what folks here are demanding is a free Cuba, free from communism, and definitely free for people to eat food and have access to things like vaccines. So, I'm kind of screaming. I shouldn't be. I'm like,
Viva Cuba libre, nuestros niños están dando el pecho a la bala. Viva Cuba libre, familia. Viva Cuba libre. Fuera el Partido Comunista. Fuera los asesinos.
out with the Communist Party is what he's saying. He's saying, long live a free Cuba.
Miren, ahora vamos a gritar bien fuerte.
Now we're going to scream really loud with all of our heart how we're characterized.
Fidel! ¡Patria y vida! ¡Freedom for Cuba!
Freedom for Cuba.
¡Freedom for Cuba!
Essentially what they're chanting,
¡Freedom for Cuba!
they're saying down with the dictatorship.
¡Freedom for Cuba! ¡Freedom for Cuba! ¡Freedom for Cuba! ¡Freedom for Cuba! ¡Freedom for Cuba!
Freedom for Cuba.
¡Abajo los Castros! ¡Abajo los Canel! ¡Patria y vida!
Saying down with the Castros.
¡Patria y vida!
Patria could be defined as like pride, patriotism, love for your country, calling for love of Cuba and freedom.
¡Freedom for Cuba!
Freedom for Cuba.
¡Freedom for Cuba! 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 Gente, vamos a escuchar este poema de Nicolás Guillén y miren qué bien va con lo que se está pasando en Cuba ahora. Este poema es para los soldados.
She's going to read a poem for the soldiers of Cuba. I don't know why you think, soldier, that I hate you. We're the same thing, you and I.
Tú eres joven.
You're
Tú eres
young.
pobre.
You're
Lo
poor.
soy yo.
Me
Soy
too.
de abajo.
I'm from
Tú
the
eres
bottom.
tú.
You are too.
¿De dónde has sacado tú, soldado, que te
Where
odio yo?
did you come out,
Me
soldier,
duele que
that
a
I
veces
hate you?
tú
It hurts
te
me that
olvides
sometimes
de
you
quién soy
forget
yo.
of who I am.
Caramba, si yo soy tú,
If
lo mismo
I
que
am
tú
you,
eres yo.
if I'm the same that you are,
Pero no por eso yo,
but not because
eres
of that
diferente.
would I hate you.
Si somos lo mismo,
Because
si somos
we're the
la
same
misma cosa, yo,
thing, me
tú.
and you.
No sé por qué piensas tú,
I don't know why you
soldado,
think,
que te odio
soldier,
yo.
that I
Ya
hate.
nos veremos tú y yo.
See you later. We'll see you
Juntos
later.
en la misma calle.
Same in the
Hombro
same
con hombro,
street,
tú y yo.
shoulder to shoulder, me
Sin
and
dolor,
you,
ni
without
yo,
pain,
ni tú. Pero
you or I.
sabiendo tú y
But
yo,
knowing that you and
¿a dónde
I,
vamos yo y tú?
where we're going,
No sé por qué piensas tú,
I don't know why you think,
soldado, que te
soldier,
odio yo.
that I
¡Viva
hate.
Cuba Libre! Soldados, ríndanse, defiendan a su pueblo.
Soldiers, give up,
Entreguen su
defend
uniforme,
your
entreguen
village,
sus armas,
defend your city,
únanse a su pueblo,
unite with your
hombro con
village,
hombro.
shoulder to shoulder.
¡Viva Cuba Libre! ¡Viva Cuba Libre! ¡Viva Cuba Libre, carajo! ¡Viva Canel! ¡Viva Canel! ¡Viva Cuba Libre! ¡Patria y vida! ¡Patria y vida! No queremos más socialismo, no queremos más comunismo. ¡Fuera de Cuba ya! Lo queremos hoy, no lo queremos mañana, lo queremos hoy. Ya basta de sangre, ya basta de muerte. Te queremos fuera de Cuba. Bastante nos han robado tiempo, dinero, de todo. Te queremos fuera de Cuba ya. Y no tiene que ser mañana, tiene que ser hoy. Queremos intervención. 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 Queremos
How's it going? If you're just joining, welcome. We're out in front of the Austin, Texas Capitol following a protest, currently asking for intervention in Cuba. People are currently demanding Cuba be freed from the current communist regime. If you don't know a little bit of the history of Cuba, Cuba has been under a dictatorship for many years now. Cuba-U.S. relations tend to be very, very strained as a result of the communist regime. Trump tightened up restrictions, and rather than getting rid of the embargo like many experts expected, he actually tightened up some things related to the embargo. many folks here can't visit their family members in Cuba. Most of us can't even visit Cuba. I had the privilege of living in Cuba for about 2 months to do some research, but even then, there was a lot of restrictions, exceptions I had to go through before I was able to go. And that's just the situation. Cuba's been a very restricted, limited country, which means that they've had a lack of access to resources like food, water, and during the pandemic, specifically vaccines. And as a result, a lot of people have gone out to the street, have now demanded freedom in Cuba, are demanding more vaccines, are demanding food, are demanding a lot of basic human rights. I'd say right now, right here, there's at least upwards of 150 to 200 folks.
Libertad para los presos políticos. Libertad para los presos políticos.
We're saying down with the communism.
¿Vieron? Nadie lo está mandando. Él lo está viendo. Toda la injusticia que está haciendo en Cuba. ¡Abajo el comunismo! ¡Viva la revolución que vamos a formar a partir de ahora! ¡Queremos que tumbe el comunismo!
Ahorita de acá en el sale dice que le...
So we're downtown, Austin, Texas. No, free Cuba protest. Saying down with Castro.
¡Abajo, Fidel! Algún día esa piedra la vamos a tirar en el medio del mar para que no haga más daño.
Oye, do you mind speaking on camera? Sí. Puede ser en español, puedo traducir si gustas.
¡Viva Cuba libre!
No, no hay problema. ¿Te da pena hablar español?
¡Patria viva!
No hay problema, gracias.
¡Libertad para Cuba! ¡Libertad para los presos políticos! ¡Libertad para todo el pueblo cubano que está sangrando! ¡Libertad para Cuba!
¡Libertad! Tiene una voz.
So for those of you that are just joining, we're in front of the Austin, Texas Capitol following a group of protesters demanding liberty for Cuba. They're demanding that the communist regime step down, and this is mimicking a much bigger movement within Cuba where thousands have gone out and have demanded that Cuba be freed from the current regime. A lot of it was sparked from a lack of resources after the pandemic related to the vaccines.
Para Houston, no tienen que escuchar, tenemos que escucharla, tenemos que movernos, vamos a hacer, no sé lo que vamos a hacer.
But they're going to do something in Houston. Biden needs to listen and give us an answer because Cuba depends on us. Cuba's bleeding and they have nothing to defend themselves with, and that's why they're going to listen. I don't know what we're going to do, but tomorrow a lot of people from Miami and from Dallas They're going to Washington, and on Saturday we're going to be there. We're going to be there. Long live Cuba. I'm translating, guys.
Libertad para Cuba. Libertad para los presos políticos. Libertad para Cuba. Libertad para los presos políticos.
Chanting freedom for political prisoners. Excuse me. Do you mind talking on camera? Hablar está bien si es en español, yo puedo traducir igual, como se sienta cómodo. Solo explicar qué es lo que usted ha observado, por qué está aquí, cómo se siente. Digo, lo que quiera platicar usted, la verdad.
Usted me dice cuando puedo hablar ya. ¿Sí? Estamos aquí, nosotros los cubanos, en especial yo, pero en general, la generalidad de todos los cubanos, estamos aquí para pedirle a ese gobierno asesino que está en Cuba, que lleva más de 60 años.
Un momento. Sí. So I'm here for Cuba, and I'm here generally for everybody, but particularly because I'm upset about the government that is assassinating folks.
Ese gobierno asesino que lleva más de 60 años en el poder, masacrando a los cubanos, porque esto no es de ahora, es de toda una vida, toda una vida. Queremos que se vaya el Partido Comunista Asesino de Cuba, y queremos elecciones libres es lo que queremos, y fuera el Partido Comunista de Cuba.
We want the 60-year-old regime out. They've been killing our people, they don't give us our freedom, and now we're fighting to get the Communist Party out of our country. And down with the dictators and the people that are currently there. Excuse me, the translation's not perfect, but
nuestro pueblo y nosotros no queremos limosna. Nosotros queremos que nuestro pueblo trabaje y que con sus manos se puedan buscar la vida, como se hace en todo país, como hacemos nosotros aquí.
We want our people to be able to work.
Que salgan, llevan más de 60 años en el poder gobernando y han gobernado muy mal y son asesinos. Salgan, no saben gobernar un país, lo que saben es matar, matar a la juventud, matar al pueblo cubano.
They only know how to kill the people of Cuba.
Nosotros estamos apoyando a la juventud, porque es la juventud la que está en las calles, desarmada, a pecho abierto, fajada contra las balas de los espirros. Es lo que estamos viendo, es lo que está viendo el mundo entero. El mundo entero está viendo eso. Y eso hay que denunciarlo, porque son nuestros niños, nuestros jóvenes.
Our youth who are being killed by Cuba, and they're standing out with their chests wide open, demonstrating against a government that has done nothing but kill the people of Cuba.
Si nosotros los cubanos que estamos aquí viviendo este momento histórico, no hacemos esto por nuestro país, ¿con qué cara le vamos a hablar el día de mañana a nuestros hijos, a nuestros nietos? ¿Con qué cara?
If we don't stand up today in this historic time, what are we going to answer to our children and to the people of Cuba who have been living under oppression for many years now?
Eso es lo que queremos, y le pedimos al gobierno de Biden que tome acción,
We're asking the Biden administration to take action.
No pueden estar con las manos atadas, no pueden estar mirando hacia el lado.
Looking the other way.
Este pueblo cubano ha hecho mucho por este país, por los países del mundo.
Cuba has done a lot for the world and for this country. We deserve the help.
Gracias. Patria y vida 1000 veces. Patria y vida 1000 veces.
American people is of Cuba. There are a lot of people dying in Cuba from COVID, from the massacre that the dictatorship is doing with the Cuban people. For the first time in 62 years, the Cuban people broke out and went to the streets because they are really tired of suffering. They are starving. They are being massacred. Our people is suffering a lot. We can no longer wait to end communism and dictatorship in Cuba. Please, Mr. Biden, do something for Cuba. Our people is dying, please. There are a lot of friends that I'm not gonna see again when I come back to Cuba. Although I'm not going to come back to Cuba until communism is finished. But I will miss all the people that I'm losing, because every day they call me from Cuba and they give me the bad news that my people, my friends, my neighbors, my family is dying. Lots of people that would want ever to see again if I ever come back to Cuba again. Please, we can no longer suffer this. Help us. Do something for us. Please help the Cuban people. Cuba needs freedom. We need to end the communist, that assassin system. We can no longer suffer that, please.
Gracias. Thank you. So we're in front of the Austin, Texas Capitol, and people are demanding an end to the communist regime in Cuba. People are demanding an end to the dictatorship, which they claim has killed so many folks, has caused widespread poverty. This individual I just spoke to expressed that he doesn't even know if his friends are going to be waiting for him in Cuba when he goes back. But he doesn't want to go back until communism has been eliminated from the country. But he's afraid that he'd make it too late, that the children, that the people of Cuba are going to be killed before they can make it back.
Hermanos latinoamericanos aquí con nosotros, pero el presidente de México no va a ser bien viejo con nosotros. Muchos hermanos mexicanos sí se han solidarizado conmigo por todo lo que está pasando en Cuba. ¡Libertad!
Liberty is what they're exclaiming. I'll try to translate as much as I can, guys. Honestly, my translation's a little bit weak today. I can usually keep up word for word, but sometimes if speech is fast or really emotional, my brain can't process the translation or the translating as fast as I wish I could, but I'll be as accurate as I possibly could. Can you hear me? Hi, everybody. Look, it's really important that
a las personas que necesitamos llegar, en particular al Congreso. Estoy pensando en que pidamos una audiencia en el
that we have an audience in the Texas Congress, but for that we need everybody to ask for one. Can we do it? For me, it would be ideal that we do it written on paper with the signatures of everybody who could sign. Or we could also we could share through the Facebook group hashtag Cuba SOS Austin, where there's a lot of people. We could share through the Facebook page, but it seems to me that we could all sign it. I'm gonna try to bring it tomorrow. If you want, I will show you what I've written. It shouldn't be too long in reality. reality, the version that I have. It should be a little bit short, but I didn't want anything to be left out. What happens is that there's a lot of people that are lying. It's not the president of Mexico, it's the people in Venezuela. Venezuela is lying like they always do. They're lying in Cuba, in Spain, in all these countries. There's a lot of accomplices that are supporting what's going on in Cuba, and we have to do whatever it takes so they can listen to us. And okay, so then what I'm going to do, not to read it right now, I'm going to put it on the page of the Facebook page so that everybody can read it. Everybody who's here, give it a like, and then I'll print it and I'll bring it tomorrow so that Greg Abbott and the senators can have it so we can ask for an audience in Congress. We'll go, as many people as are allowed to go. If you agree, say Viva Cuba Libre. The Facebook group is SOS Cuba. Awesome. You can follow the group so that you can keep up with everything that they are doing in Austin. We have a Mexican friend. This Mexican friend, Blanca Martinez, she's asking on Twitter to support the cause. Sorry guys, I'm not keeping up with what he's saying. I can't keep up with what he's saying, guys, so I can't translate. I tried.
A todos mis hermanos cubanos que hay miles de mexicanos que nos estamos apoyando.
Millions of Mexicans who are supporting our cause, he said. There's never been freedom in Cuba. I grew up in Cuba because I'm black. And it's true in Cuba that the word black doesn't exist because between all of us, no, white, black doesn't exist. None of that exists. But for the government, for the fake government of Cuba, there is racism. The black population of Cuba is the most oppressed. Who are the representatives in front of the government of each city? How many black people represent the cities in Cuba? It's a lie.
Cuando nosotros decimos Cuba, es para la población negra de Cuba que ha sido masacrada desde el primer inicio.
We say free Cuba, we're talking about the black community in Cuba that has been killed from the beginning. Count it.
Joder, de verdad, ¿cuántos generales negros hay en Cuba? ¡Cuéntenlo! No le dan el derecho, no se lo dan, no se lo dan. En el turismo, cuéntenlo. En los ministerios, cuéntenlo. No se dejen engañar. No se dejen engañar. Al menos siento que entre la población de Cuba no existía la racismo. Entre nosotros mismos, que Cuba tuvo día a día.
siempre he tenido hermanos más negros que yo, pero yo me considero negro.
So for those of you just joining, we're in Austin, Texas currently in front of the Austin, Texas Capitol following a protest demanding freedom for Cuba.